Suzuki is ranked in the 86th percentile for chase rate this year, demonstrating his excellent plate discipline. He recently stated, "Numbers-wise, I feel like I'm not satisfied, and I feel I can do a little better." Let's see how significant this comment is for the 2023 season and what his plans are for 2023. Let's begin. Suzuki plans to return as the best in 2023. Seiya Suzuki returned from Japan earlier this week after attending the birth of his first child. The Cubs outfielder also returned to the Wrigley Field clubhouse with the majority of his dark hair dyed in light blonde. Suzuki's sense of humor and easygoing personality shone through the language barrier from the moment he arrived at spring training for the Cubs, fresh off signing a 5-year, $85 million contract. This has aided the outfielder's integration with his new team as he navigates his first major league season. Suzuki singled and scored in the third inning of Friday's 6-1 win over the Reds, sparking a 3-run outburst that complemented Adrian Sampson's strong start. It was another strong performance in a string of improved offensive play for the highly touted rookie, who has had to learn a lot this year. Suzuki acknowledged that he wasn't happy with the numbers. "I think I'm capable of more. The fact that I'm adjusting to life here, however, is what matters most in my opinion. And in addition to baseball, that will be a tremendous help to me next year. I'm eager to see what I can accomplish next." There is still work to be done, but the Cubs appear to be confident in what they've seen thus far, as the project takes center stage in their plans to compete next year. No more mulligans. Up next, injury won't stop him from playing in the upcoming season. Suzuki has appeared in 106 games after missing June due to a left ring finger injury, and then missing nearly 2 weeks this month due to the birth of his son. For the Cubs, he has hit .266 with 13 home runs, 22 doubles, 45 RBIs, and a .777 OPS. What those statistics don't show is Suzuki's adjustment to traveling across time zones or learning the physical toll of a long MLB season, which includes long stretches with no days off. Suzuki is now more prepared to implement an off-season training program to help some of those elements. Cubs manager David Ross said that he frequently discusses his desire to be as strong as possible. Strength, conditioning, and maintaining his physical well-being are essential to him. He thinks that doing that will enable him to perform. I think he has recognized each of them and is conscious of the work that needs to be done. He works hard as well. He will be prepared to go to the next year. We are certain of it. Suzuki was suffering from jet lag when he returned to the Cubs on Wednesday, but he was eager to get back in the batting cage. He then tripled in his return to the lineup on Thursday. When asked if he plans to take any time off after the season, Suzuki said he will get right back to work for 2023. Next, the Cubs need Seiya Suzuki to be an all-star in 2023. A 2-week hot streak led to the National League Rookie of the Month honor, which was later followed by a 5-week finger injury. The preseason favorite at Las Vegas Sportsbook for Rookie of the Year will likely not finish in the top 5. Since recovering from the injury in July, Suzuki has steadily improved at the plate, .275 with a .764 OPS, including hitting .299 with 5 homers and an 8.46 OPS in his previous 35 games, .304, .822 in September. Has he faced enough major league pitching and acclimated to the increased demands of the MLB schedule and travel to determine if he is an all-star in this league, if not the MVP he was in Japan? Not to forget, Suzuki has the potential to be the best manager, David Ross. That goal, at least, is still up for debate as Suzuki returns from paternity leave with his up-and-down first season almost over. And one of the larger issues for a franchise entering a crucial offseason for their second severe multi-year makeover in a decade is if he is the all-star right fielder the Cubs believe they paid for. David Ross, the manager, claimed that he has the potential to be. "We already knew what he was capable of. He needed some time to acclimate after the league change. And I believe that after recovering from his injury, he has been a really solid performer. Now, Seiya Suzuki has the skills to have a lasting impact on the game. Suzuki has demonstrated excellent plate control, as seen by the fact that this year's chase rate places him in the 86th percentile. Even if it occasionally caused him to take called strikes on very hittable pitches, this is all just part of the learning curve in 1 year. He has shown good bat-to-ball abilities and above-average speed, and over the course of the season, he has had a variety of game-changing effects. Suzuki has accumulated 1.5 BWAR and a .63, .333, .436 line for the season. Even though this performance was not exactly superstar level, we still anticipate huge things from him in the upcoming season, given that it was his first experience living outside of Japan and in the big leagues. Suzuki, 28, must fulfill the deal's terms. Rarely does a 5-year, $85 million player receive a freshman mulligan. However, the Cubs have taken it into consideration while determining Seiya Suzuki's worth, and team president Jed Hoyer has stated this season that they anticipate an adjustment period this year numerous times. However, the 28-year-old Suzuki must now fulfill the promises of the agreement, and there have been many indications that he could be willing to do that, particularly in the second half. The language barrier, other cultural shifts, the increased number of MLB pitchers each day, the switch from a 1-time zone league to 4 in the US, and a lengthier schedule without a Monday off are all important obstacles to overcome. Now, moving on to other news. Another home run, another accomplishment for Pujols. Slugger makes number 703. Albert Pujols continued his streak of home runs and home run records on another evening. In addition to hitting home run number 703 on Monday at PNC Park, Pujols also hit his 263rd career game-winning shot. According to the Elias Sports Bureau, that game-winning home run, which broke a scoreless tie in the top of the 6th inning, moved Albert Pujols ahead of Barry Bonds, who previously held the record for the most home run wins in the history of the major leagues, dating back to 1961. In 9 of his last 12 deep balls, the Cardinals have either taken the lead or tied the game. Pujols has 57 home runs versus the Pirates, which ranks 3rd among all teams behind his 62 home runs against the Astros and the Cubs. Against Pittsburgh, he has hit 7 home runs this year, including number 701 on Friday, number 702 on Sunday, and now number 703. Up next, Blue Jays begin postseason at home with top wild card seed. The Blue Jays managed a crucial victory Monday at Camden Yards despite being soaked and shivering, positioning themselves to capture the top American League wild card slot and home field advantage in the wild card series. After taking care of their own business with a rain-shortened 5-1 victory against the Orioles, the Blue Jays warmed up in the clubhouse and watched the Mariners take on the Tigers while the game was suspended due to weather. The Toronto Blue Jays will play the Mariners or Rays at home after Seattle's 4-3 loss to Detroit. With a season-ending ERA of 5.23, Berroa has the highest mark among MLB starters who are qualifying. The fact that Berroa, who has spent almost his entire career as one of the major's most reliable stars, occasionally threw that consistency out the window in 2022, which makes it impossible to foresee a number like that from him. But if Berroa can help the Blue Jays win a couple of postseason games, that will soon be forgotten. And lastly, Toronto beats Boston by a record 16 victories and 218 hits. The Blue Jays anticipate that their journey to the World Series will pass via Toronto, Houston, and a few more cities beginning the following week. However, there is no speed limit on their route through Boston as they made their way to the playoffs. In their final home game of the year on Sunday, the Blue Jays defeated the Red Sox 6-3 to complete their series sweep. However, this divisional rivalry has been brutal all season. The Toronto Blue Jays ended their season series against the Boston Red Sox with a record of 16-3, which is the most wins they have ever accumulated against a single opponent in a single season in the history of the club. The Blue Jays out-hit the Red Sox 218-155 and outscored them 125-55, including their historic 28-5 victory on July 22nd. That many hits against one team in a season is a record for the Blue Jays. This is the end of the video. What do you think about Suzuki's return for the 2023 games? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. If you want to watch more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. I'll see you soon.